Journaling is like a weight room for the mind. It's a chance for you to sit down and actually allow the freedom of your mind to just go onto the page. So a lot of time I would say to people, you're not really overthinking, you're just under-reflecting. You don't know what it is that you're doing day to day. You don't really know what it is that you want to achieve or what direction that you're going in. So your mind's going 100 miles an hour, the chattering monkeys are flying. But the reason they're doing that is because you're not actually sitting down quietly and reflecting. So we've talked about meditation loads of times, or qigong. That's an opportunity for you to switch the mind off from everything external and go internal. Journaling is the same, and it's just such a simple way of doing it. So personally, I journal every single day, and I have done for over 1,700 days. I've missed one day. I talked about this in a different podcast. I've missed one day in the 1,700 and whatever amount of days I'm on today. The reason that I do it, and I don't just write for the sake of writing, I write and then I go back later on and look at it. So men have a habit of overlooking everything. So my knees sore. Why the fuck's my knees sore? Don't know. Old age. My sleep's gone the fuck. I'm waking up tired all the time and I'm feeling sluggish. Must be old age. My workouts I feel weak in my workouts. Old age. We just stick everything down to old age. And when we're too young to say old age, we just go, oh fuck, I don't know, must be, I don't know, that's just normal. It doesn't have to be normal, and it doesn't have to be old age. Some things will creep in. Old age does make you have to change a few things in your training and the way you live your life, but it shouldn't be the go-to for everything. So I journal. Actually, the new journal arrived. The proof arrived just today. So when I journal, this is basically how I do it. So for anyone watching, you'll see it, and for anyone not, I put the day that I'm on, the date, the time I got out of bed, the time I get back to bed, 3 non-negotiables, 3 things that I'm grateful for. I journal in the morning. Again, it's only short, and I journal at night, and then 3 things that went well today. So doing the day, the reason I do the day is because it just, every day I look at that, I go, fucking hell, 1,700 days. But even at the start, it was like, you've done this for a week. Fair play to you. You've done this for 2 weeks. Like whenever I got to 100 days, it was fucking madness. I'm like, you've done this for 100 solid days. When I started Kung Fu, every time we learned something, it was like, you should do this for 100 days. So 100 became this magical number that when I hit 100, I was just going to, like, I don't know, fucking ascend to the gods in the sky and be a Kung Fu master. Nothing magical like that ever happened, except one crazy vision / dream that I had, where like my higher self was sparring with one of the old Kung Fu gods. It was so vivid and so mad. And then I questioned it in the morning, gave myself a lot of clarity in what I was doing, and it's one of the reasons I stuck to the art that I was doing. But anyway, back to journaling. Actually, that morning I journaled that and wrote down the whole dream, the whole spiel of stuff. But I designed this journal this way because I've taught journaling for a long time, and I know people struggle, so it's just easier whenever it's locked in. The reason I started doing the time I go to bed and the time I get up is because, like I've wrote here, a lot of men will overlook it, that their old habits are creeping in and they're starting to stay up late again, or they're overthinking at night, or they're overeating at night, or they're just watching shite TV or scrolling on TikTok or whatever you happen to scroll on. They overlook that, and then they go, why do I feel so tired and sluggish? Like, but when you have a journal, you can look back and go, well, the last 5 nights I've went to bed at 4 in the morning and I've got up at 7:30 as normal, or 8 o'clock or whatever. So having that, when I reflect on my journal, I just look at that and I go, fuck, that's why I'm tired. I'm not getting my 8 hours anymore. I'm only getting 6 here, and I got 5 that day, and I got 7 that day. That's a shit. And then I tried to catch up with 12 that day, and it doesn't work. Non-negotiables are how I reinforce my discipline. The discipline comes because there's things that I just do, like I meditate every day, I go to nature every single day. Like those are two that, and then I have no screen time, like where I just don't have a phone or anything screen related with me for at least an hour. Some of those can be done at the same time. I can go in nature without a phone. Well, I usually don't take my phone and normally take the camera if I want to do some footage or something or take some photos. But generally, I put my phone in airplane mode if I am taking it, because sometimes I use it to control my camera. But I put it in airplane mode. So I have non-negotiables every day, and every day then I flick back through. I can look at that and go, fuck, I've done that non-negotiable for the last 50 days. That's pretty good. Things I'm grateful for. Thinking about things you're grateful for will force you throughout the day to look for fun, awesome things in your day that are happening. You might be grateful that, I used to use the example of the day that I taught my niece how to tie her shoes. Like, I was grateful for that, having that opportunity. And she immediately forgot how to fucking do it. Like 3 days later, we fell out again because she wouldn't tie her shoes. This was years ago. Not now. She probably can do it now. But when you do that, it's real things you're grateful for, not just the generic stuff like I'm grateful I have a camera, I'm grateful that I have this podcast. I am, but they're not, like if someone takes my camera or the podcast stops, it's not, I don't really, not that I don't care, but you know what I mean? It just doesn't have any fucking, doesn't light me up that I have these things. This podcast doesn't work, I can do another one. Or if it gets killed for whatever reason, I can start another one. When I'm things that I'm grateful for, they're things that actually invoke an emotion within me. Like I love doing the podcast and hopefully I'm helping people, but it's not something that if I didn't have it in my life, it would really change. I get my Mondays back from when I shoot them. But when I'm talking about gratitude, yes, I have gratitude for that, but I want to have, like, I have more gratitude. Like, I'm more grateful for the time I get to spend with family. I'm more grateful for the time in nature I get to spend with myself to recalibrate. So you get to think of real things. Then the morning and night journal, they kind of sandwich the day. Sometimes you might write in the morning, you wake up and you feel like shit, and you write, oh, this is shit, and blah, blah, blah. And then you have a fucking super awesome day, and then you write in the night one, the day really turned around, it was great, and so on and so forth. And then 3 things that went well, again, force you to think about things that went well in your day. So there will be things that go well, things that don't go well, but you're ending your day with things that actually went well. So it's such a simple way to stay positive. I've added a few different things in as well. There's a whole breakdown in the podcast or in the journal, but like daily disciplines, such an easy thing, just tick them off. Like 8 hours sleep, 10,000 steps. You can scribble these out and write your own. I've left space for your own, but you can scribble them out as well. This isn't me, obviously I'm trying to sell a fucking journal because I think everybody should journal, and why not use the one that I made. But just because it happened to literally arrive just before I set up. And then I have a review every 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days with prompted questions to actually ask yourself. So I have, sometimes it's hard to question yourself. Sometimes it's hard to think, like, what should I ask? What do I do? And you just stare at the page. So having those prompts is helpful. Like, I actually have another thing that is a prompting journal, I just basically called it. For people that struggle to self-communicate, it just gives you questions to ask yourself. And the first time you answer them, they'll be probably very superficial, very high level. And then the next time you come around, you'll go, oh, fuck, actually, now I don't really think about that. You can go a bit deeper with yourself. So journaling is really important and it's really useful, but it's not easy. Like, you're calling yourself daily on your bullshit. That's why I love the morning and evening one, because the morning one you might say, I'm going to do this, this, and this, I'm going to be fucking great. And then the nighttime one goes, well, did you? Then you have to be open and honest with yourself instead of going, oh no, but you can just go to bed going, oh, the day was busy, so I didn't get around it, I'll do it tomorrow. But when you write it down, you're saying to yourself, well, It was busy, but you probably could have got that done. You spend 4 hours of your day on social media scrolling through shite. So one of those hours could have been done to go for your walk, to get out in nature, to do your push-ups, to listen to a podcast, to whatever. So the journaling, I think most men will relate to the overlooking. We overlook why we're sluggish, why we're injured, why the gym isn't going as well, why we're not sleeping. But whenever you have it wrote down and you actually go back and look through it, you can go, well, I don't need to guess I'm tired because I haven't been sleeping. I'm sluggish because I've went to McDonald's every day for the last week, or whatever it is that you've done that's made you sluggish. You have actual data to look back on. So I think it's, again, you can just watch this and make your own version of that now because you've seen the pages that are important. You can journal in just a notebook, journal however you like, but I know there's some people that are going to be sitting thinking, well, I'm not a girl, I'm not a 5-year-old girl, I don't need to journal and cry in the book about how my life's shit. Yeah, you don't need to do that. But I know from experience personally and with clients and students, the more self-awareness, the more self-focus, the more your life improves. So the more you understand why you do what you do, the more changes you can make easier, faster, and the better your life becomes in general. So buy that one. I think it's like $6.99 or $4.99 or I can't even fucking remember. It's not expensive. It covers you for 90 days. And then you can just make your own version or buy another one. Buy more. Buy your friends some. Buy copies for everyone. Use that one, use a different one, use a fucking scrap of paper you have. I don't like using my phone or an iPad or anything that's not physically writing. I think the writing and the reading, that way you're more engaged, you absorb it more. Like the last thing I write in my journal is with my left hand. So I write like a wee affirmation with my I am happy and willing to change is the one I'm writing at the minute. And I write it with my left because I really have to focus on writing with my left. And then once I can write it with my left without, like my writing and my right's terrible as well. So if you actually looked at my journal, you wouldn't know which one was the left or the right. So it doesn't have to be perfect writing. You'll know what you're doing, but you still are focused more on it. And then once I can write it without having to pay as much attention, I change the affirmation. And the affirmation is just, again, another way for me to lock in and get a bit more focused on my belief. And they're always, again, positive. So I think it's an amazing tool to have. It's something that there's zero negative effects of journaling unless you start to freak out that you're not doing it right because you're overthinking. But at least every time you write that, you'll be able to go, you keep overthinking this. Like you might even just write, I am journaling today because Liam told me to, and today was grand, and that was it. That's still journaling. And then eventually you just get better at it. Like when I started meditating, I used to sit there and just think, I'm just doing this because the master told me to do it. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And then eventually my brain would go, we're going to fucking sit here anyway. Maybe we should try the thing. Let's just focus on our breathing. And then it became something I do daily. And it's one of the things that I really enjoy doing. So this is your action, your challenge for this week. 5-minute reflection. Just write 1 page a day, morning and night if you want, or just do it in the morning. Just do it whatever way is going to work for you. If you want, I've give you 3 prompts. So what did I avoid today? Where did I lead today? And what do I need to say but haven't said? Wee prompts like that will just get you started. How did my day go? What am I grateful for today? Just journal something and just do it for the next week. 5 minutes is all it takes for a week, and then reflect back on that at the end of the week and see if you see the benefit of it, if you think it elevated you, or if you think it's a waste of time. Let me know that as well. If you want to get that journal, it's on Amazon and it's on my Etsy store, which the link is there. There's a few other things on the Etsy store as well. My book is on Amazon as well. I can't work out how the fuck to get them all in one place, so they're in 2 places at once. Again, you don't have to get them. You can just journal it your own way. But I think journaling is something that everybody should do. So let me know how you get on with that. Feel free to tag me and stuff. If you buy it and you send me a picture of you with it, I'll send you something cool. I don't know what it is yet, but it'll be, if you send me a wee selfie with you with the new journal, then I'll be like, yeah, here's something. I don't know what I'll send you, but I'll send you something. Have a super awesome day, whatever you get up to, and I'll speak to you again soon.